Before I continue this video, I want to say this video will be monetized for educational purposes for the online world and the online community of YouTube. Anyway, guys, the title says Respect 2021. Inspiration, obviously Markiplier, but also many other YouTubers I have seen, associated myself with too, and all that. Now, as you guys know, my name is Aaron or ajmarkle. I've been on YouTube since August 2nd, 2010, but I've been going active since 2016. Now, I will say this though, respect is something that I've seen decline over the many years I've been online. Not just on YouTube, but other social medias. So, how should I begin this? Well, years ago, I basically was growing because I basically gave people update what happened to James when he originally left YouTube. And there's been other incidents where people basically didn't respect Rye because he didn't agree with certain things. Now, I'm giving James and Rye two examples because they are good friends of mine and even great YouTubers in my opinion. Now, Lucamus Prime is another example of someone that deserves support too and respect because he does good content too. And Movie Lover 120, who's been inspired by James to do what he loves. Now, the main point, respect. People are not respecting wishes of other people. And last week, as I'm recording, is another example. There have been some people spamming in Lucamus Prime's live stream that basically weren't respecting that James did not want to do reactions anymore. There's been even people that basically didn't respect him in real life when he was interviewed by me about a stalker who wouldn't leave him alone. Now, respect doesn't always mean not respecting wishes of people who don't want to do things anymore. It can also mean people are not respecting each other because they have different opinions. I've seen a lot of things. So many things that it really grinds my gears a little bit just thinking about it. Like, if you don't align with someone's opinion on things, you get hated, you get name called, and you get really hurt, and also basically try to write you off. And the reason that we've lost respect because we have been influenced to think that people should have the same mindset as other people, and that is simply not how the world works. Now, even today, there's people that have different opinions on how they should do things in terms of taking action against problems in our world, taking action against how things should be run, taking action about how we should take care of ourselves, taking action on what we watch, what we listen to, and even taking action on how we should interact with people online. There are things I will agree with, like we should be kind, caring, respectful to people even if we have different opinions. However, there have been people that say we should align ourselves, compromise everything we are just so we could fit in or basically show we care. Caring doesn't mean we always agree on things. Caring can also mean that we basically want to show that we love the person regardless if we don't agree. Now, I'm sure some people might be asking specific questions like what certain instances can you explain? I'll give you one that I'll make sure that to word it correctly so people don't get to take things the wrong way. But let's just say someone basically wants to be a dancer of a specific genre that I personally may or may not agree with or someone else. And there are going to be two ways of handling this. One, I could say, or that person could say, hey, I may not agree with that lifestyle, but you do you, and everything will be alright. Or two, I could be that person that's the jerk and basically says, you shouldn't be like that, you shouldn't be like that, if you do that, I will never be friends with you again. I know that's quick, but you guys get the point. The point is, though, there's always a choice of how you should interact with people and respect them. Now, I'm 25 years old. I've seen too many people not respect people just because they have different opinions on things. And honestly, as we grow and we get older, we always have a choice. We always have a choice to what we want to be. Always have a choice of what lifestyle choices we should be. Or do things that we want to do for our channels. Some people might say, I'm a reactor. Some people might say, I'm a gamer. Some people might say, I'm a comedian. Some people might say, I'm an entertainer. Some people might also say, I'm a drummer too. And I'm honestly just another YouTuber that basically wants to be someone that stands out by not aligning myself in the box of a certain specific genre. And the same can go for fandoms as well, which is important to you guys listen to this part. Fandoms are another example of people not respecting each other. Like, there are two fandoms I will bring up. the Five Nights at Freddy fandom. The Five Nights at Freddy fandom basically is a fandom I'm aligned with in a way, and basically am aware about there are people that might have different opinions. Some say it's not scary. Okay. Some people say it is scary. Okay. And people may also not like it because people like have their own entertainment, like recoloring animatronics, making up their own animatronics, or even making their own fan games and all that. And some people don't like that, and I respect that. But it doesn't mean, however, this is the respect part I want you guys to listen to. It doesn't mean, however, you hate on them. It doesn't mean you attack them. It doesn't mean you demoralize them. You can be critical, but do it in love. But you can also be respectful, too. I mean, let's just give an example. My OC, which I will show right here, basically is a blue Freddy. People might say it's a recolor, and I'm okay with that. But some people don't like that. Do I hate on them for that? Mm-mm. Do I not associate with them because they don't like my OC? Mm-mm. But if they attack me, if they try to destroy my reputation because they don't like my FNAF OC, or they try to basically say I shouldn't have the OC at all and not respect that I like it, I won't align with them. And the same thing can go with how I feel about certain timelines of the Five Nights at Freddy's. Some say that Five Nights at Freddy's 1 happened in 93. I actually can say it happened in 2003, and people might disagree, and I will say my side of things, and they will say their side of things. It's called having a respectful conversation, so that way we can have an understanding of why we agree or disagree on things. The other fandom? Star Wars. I know, hot topic alert, but here's the thing. Star Wars, Disney's trilogy or sequel, isn't that good in my opinion, because, and I'll give my reasons. 1, it doesn't have a good plot. 2, it basically recycled some plots from the other Star Wars, not being original. And 3, they adds more shock value and all that.
Shut up, Chair.
And basically it gets to a point where people don't agree with me, and I'm like, okay. Some people say the sequel trilogy is the best trilogy in the world. I will respectfully disagree. And people might say Disney did a great job with Star Wars. I would say I'm kind of in the middle with that, because while I don't like the sequel trilogy, I like the Season 7 Clone Wars, I like some of the scenes in Bad Batch, and I like Rogue One. And they were created by Disney. Now, it's not always just the fandom that can be bad, but what does the Five Nights at Freddy community and the Star Wars community now have in common?
Toxic fandoms.
Toxicity, again, not being respectful. People are not being respectful to each other about their favorite. Some say Rey is a perfect Skywalker. I say that it's kind of irrelevant because she doesn't have the bloodline of Skywalker, even though she is Palpatine's granddaughter. And there's even people that say Finn is a great character, and I say he started off okay, but he was put down and not used as much in the later episodes. Some say Poe Dameron was a great character. I say he probably would have been a lot better if he sacrificed himself to make the Resistance better, and he probably was in there too long. People will disagree, and I respect that. And some people might even say that Palpatine as a returning character was great, and I would say no, because it makes Anakin's fight or defeat of him irrelevant. So what can I say? What can I say about all this? To be honest, really, respect is something we're lacking. And I bring these examples of the fandom, last week's live stream of Lucas Prime, and other YouTubers I talked about, as examples of, we should learn to respect each other. And we should learn not to hate on each other just because we have different opinions. Now, I will end this video on a note that I hope you guys learned a lot from this. I hope you guys learned something from this. And I hope that you guys will share this video, blow it up, so that way the whole world will know respect is essential. Now, that's all I'm going to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, like this video, and also, guys, if you guys donate, do a super thanks or join my memberships, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. You guys know the outro. God bless. You guys rock. Don't you ever forget it.